Okay, so let's talk about email marketing. Email marketing is one of, if not the most important ways to really accumulate true wealth online, whether it's through an e-commerce store, through list building, whatever. Because if you have emails of people who are interested in what you have to offer, you are going to have an easier time making sales, making future sales, and starting to build the actual brand presence, which is the point of all of this anyway. So let's take a look at a few things really quick. Really, what we're going to be focusing on, guys, is pop-ups, because I know pop-ups might be annoying to you. They're a little bit annoying to me as well. But in one test that I was reading about, pop-ups drove 1,375% more email captures versus sidebar opt-in forms and versus basically anything else. And so, 44,000 unique visitors a day, and they're only getting 10 to 15 subscribers. After they got the pop-up with a 60-second delay, 100 to 150. So 10 times as many email subscribers to your list if you utilize a pop-up. We are going to be using Spin a Sale. Spin a Sale is a future pop-up. It's the better type of pop-up. Instead of feeling annoying and spamming, Spin a Sale actually adds some value. You can actually play the kind of gamble. Everybody likes to, win things. Everybody likes to play games. And so Spin a Sale doesn't feel like a pop-up. It doesn't feel like that annoying kind of in-your-face spammy type event. It really feels like something that could potentially be fun and incentivize your buyers at this exact same time by giving them a coupon, actually really pushing them to make a sale and use that coupon. What we're going to be using in addition to Spin a Sale is MailChimp, which again, we talked about before. It's free up to 2,000 subscribers to send out broadcast emails. A broadcast email, for you, if you don't know, it just means to everyone on your list and to send what's called abandoned cart emails. So one thing that I want to talk about before we actually get into taking a look at these really directly is use other people's sequences, and this can really be transformed into any area of business. Never try to reinvent the wheel. It's very hard to just go from scratch, write a brand new abandoned cart email if you've never done it before. Use what you have available to you. If you're trying to build a YouTube channel, go out and look at Nigahiga or PewDiePie or some of the guys who are, have millions of subscribers. See what they're doing and use it for your own, use your own creativity and what you have to offer with your own personal experience to create a YouTube channel. If you're making an email automation sequence, go out to ColourPop, go out to the most popular Shopify stores in the world who are getting, thousands or millions of hits a day, and sign up to their email list. See what they're doing. Maybe they're offering this type of, promotion, or maybe they're giving you, free shipping or whatever they're doing. Copy what they're doing and then actually just recreate it in your own creativity and your own sense for your specific store or needs. It's the same thing with everything, guys. I never ever suggest that people just go down and start with a blank template. Go and add some stuff to cart in ColourPop's website and then leave it. Don't buy it, but enter your email, right? So it triggers their abandoned cart sequences. See what they're offering, see what they're doing, see if they're using memes, see if they're using images, right? And you can do this not only for ColourPop. I'm just using ColourPop because they're the most popular site. If, I would go out using intelligence or using, the My IP trick to see how many hits the specific Shopify stores are getting, and I would find the best golf store, right? The highest trafficked golf store for Shopify, and I would see what they're doing for their email subscription, what they're doing for their pop-ups, how they're phrasing it, what they're offering. Maybe it's a 10% discount, and I would look at their abandoned cart sequence. I would go enter my email, go through the cart process, but then not purchase. I would close the window and see what they send me and see if I liked it. And if I liked it, then I would recreate it in my own light. So we talked about this one really quick before. This is the first email reminder 1 hour after the cart is abandoned. And so it has a picture of a cute dog, like, why did you leave me, right? It looks great. Where'd you go? It's kind of a attention-grabbing headline here in all caps. And all this does is it says their name, your shopping cart at, Black Milk Clothing. It's been a while for you to come back. You've left behind this, this, and this. Your gear in your cart is lonely and cold, and all it needs is someone to love it and wear it and occasionally stroke it appreciatively. So, they're utilizing humor. We've talked about this before. We're going to kind of do the same thing. And so what we're going to do first, though, is we're going to come into our online store, and we're going to go into our apps, and we're going to go into our Spin a Sale. So we're going to click on Spin a Sale, and we're just going to make sure that everything is set up correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to integrations here, and we're going to turn on our Shopify integrations. This means that when people actually subscribe to our Spin a Sale, right, when it pops out and it says spin to win, we showed you how to set it up in the apps, in our favorite apps section. And we're also going to turn on MailChimp integration. And so what we're going to do is we are going to go grab our MailChimp API key. And so where we get that is actually from the MailChimp dashboard. And we are going to come up here to account and then extras, API keys. And so we're going to grab this API key, just copy and paste it, come into SpinASale. We're going to put it right here. And then once it verifies it, we're going to choose the MailChimp list that we want people who put their email into SpinASale on the pop-up on our site, what list their email will be added to in our MailChimp account. So we're not going to click double opt-ins because this just is an extra step for people, and it's not really a huge deal if your account gets shut down for spam anyway, so you can just make a new one. But we are going to do automatically send welcome email. And so what this does, this is useful for automatically sending subscribers their coupon code with a free MailChimp account. So what you can do is we can actually come up into here, into MailChimp, and go to lists. And then this is the list that we're having people who sign up to SpinASale to sign up for. And then sign up forms, general forms. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for the confirmation thank you page. So as of right now, this is what we get sent, and so I'll show you right here. So I just signed up with one of my email addresses, and this is what it gets sent. So all of your customers will see something like this. So it's kind of ugly. If you want, you can send out something else. You can make it a little bit nicer. Maybe put like a cute little dog if you have a dog niche, or put like a golfer or something for my case, or like a fun little golf ninja, or maybe my logo or something. Just to make it a little bit more personalized. But yeah, so if you want to edit it, that's where it was. I just showed you right there. And so then what we're going to do is we're going to hop in and we're just going to click save here. And so now this is just, I'm using an incognito window because it adjusts based on your cookies, so it doesn't show to the same person over and over again. So if you use a browser with no cache, then when you actually come to your website, it will pop up. And so right now I want a 30% off coupon. I showed you guys exactly how to set that up. So I'd copy and paste this, right? I'd close the window, and then if I wanted to buy something, I just literally input this code at the checkout window, which is right here. So let's talk about actually how to set up our our abandoned cart email. So right now we have this one that we set up from earlier in the course. So if we look at this, we can take a look at it, edit the design. And so right now it's an adorable little puppy. Did you forget something? You're making Timmy the white puffball dog sad. I think that's great, right? You want it to be simple. You want it to be visually appealing. You don't want it to be like too intense. All it has is the product title right here for the abandoned cart. I like to have a couple. So the first one, email one, and this is in the notes. You guys can download this down below for as always. Email one is kind of like a 1 hour after the cart is abandoned, just kind of reminding them where'd you go. Maybe they had time to go home or whatever happened. For this first one, I don't like to throw out a discount immediately. And so sometimes people will literally just abandon your cart just to see if you'll actually send them a discount immediately. But I like to kind of go in a specific order. So email one, we'll just say, hey, here's what's in your cart. Add like a little humor, a cute little dog. And just basically, the first email is just going to be a reminder. So email two is kind of what we call objection handling. So this means like, why didn't you buy? So we want to actually ask the people here and really get a response, because people will actually tell you, like they could say like, oh, sorry, like the doorbell rang, or my computer died, or my internet went out, or whatever the reason is. And then you can get, if people are saying the price was too high or the shipping was too long, then you can really start to make decisions about your company and what you need to kind of update. As far as to rectify that and to actually get your conversion rate a little bit higher. So email two is kind of an objection handling email, and email three is kind of a 48-hour email, and this should say 30 to 50% discount on, you want to be generous here, because if you can get people back onto your site and start to form that habit of them being there, it's going to pay off huge dividends for you. Because once people form habits, they get used to it. They're going to come back to you for all of like the new golf accessories, or the cutest dog or cat toys, or whatever it is you're selling. So email one is kind of just reminding them this was in your cart. Email two is really asking like, is there anything we can do, to help? Could you please like give us a reason? We're a small business. We're trying to like grow and expand, and any like feedback as to why, like what we could have done better would be super helpful. So something like that, just something super simple. Again, maybe like with one picture, like a cute little something related to your site. And then email three is a discount email. So 48 hours later, depending on how generous you want to be, 30 to 50%. Is kind of what I like to do. And really quickly, let's show you how to set up just a generic discount. So if we go into discounts, and this is the main Shopify menu, and we're going to create a discount here. and we're going to call this 50% off abandoned email number 3. So we're going to do percentage discount, and we're going to do 50%, and we're going to do applies to, you can do the entire order if you are feeling very generous, right? You don't want to have them like order one of everything, especially if you have products that are less than a 50% margin. You always want to, sometimes I do giveaways and discounts and coupons that actually eat into my profit, so I'm actually losing money on it, just to build an email list, just to kind of really get people into the habit of my site. People who really succeed in this, guys, and this is a very important point. So if you're on your phone or whatever, put it down for a second. This is a very important point. People who succeed in this business are worried about the future, and they're worried about building a brand, building a loyal customer base. People who don't succeed are worried immediately about profit. They're worried immediately about every single dollar and cent that they can possibly make. There's so many options out there with e-commerce that people can realize that they can feed it, and they can they can really feel the type of company that they're dealing with. So be generous with this stuff, get their email, and really start to make money down the line, right? Your downstream income is where you're really going to profit and capitalize on this. So don't be crazy. Don't give 100% off of everything or anything like that, but 50%, 30%, something like that is quite good. So I like to limit to 1 per customer, track by emails customer, and we're just gonna start it today. So we're gonna save this discount, and then once we save it, we can come up here and go to generate code. And then literally, if we wanted to make like an automation campaign for this, all we would do is we'd come in here, we'd go to campaigns, create campaign, create email, and we're going to call this automated, recover abandoned carts. We're going to go to Golf Ninjas. And so it's going to send, we want this one to send 24 hours afterwards from us. The subject could be something like, it could be like surprise inside. I found that this one worked really well for a lot of my Amazon campaigns. People really like surprises. People also respond really well to important. So it depends on what you want to do and if you want to have all caps or not or anything like that. And I always recommend using emojis. Most people have kind of dynamic browsers and email apps and services now where they can read emojis and not like see a black box with a question marker in it or anything like that. So we're gonna save this, and then the content. You could add a different picture here, and then you could say something like a discount because we love you. And don't be afraid to get personal here, because people like it. People like being important and feeling important. So here's their code. And you could be super simple, right? It doesn't have to be something crazy. Don't get overwhelmed. I seriously need to get a tattoo of that. So we're gonna save and return, and we're gonna actually turn this on. So now our abandoned cart emails are on, and that's it, guys. It's really that simple. We're just gonna do it in a 2-step stage. We're gonna do spin a sale to really kind of alleviate that pop-up worry of it being spammy or annoying to people, because they can win something. It's fun. It's a game. And then we're linking it to MailChimp. We're starting to build an email list. We're doing abandoned cart recovery automation emails, and then we can send out broadcasts. And we talked about how to send out broadcasts, but really quick, we can do it one more time just so everybody's super clear. And so this is a broadcast right here. So we can just go to create campaign, email, and we'll call this broadcast 2. And broadcast, I really only recommend sending out, once, if you're adding value, once a week. So if you're giving them like, these are the top 10 golf items for 2018, then that's okay. But if you're saying like, 50% off discount, like 1 day only for Christmas, like you don't want to send direct sales emails more than once a month. So only ever send that once a month. So we're gonna go to our list here, and we are going to entire list, and then that's all we have to do, guys. We just go to next, and then we build out the email and we send it. So that is how you do email marketing with Shopify. That is the simplest and best way that you can possibly do it. People like to get super complicated and overwhelming, and it just doesn't work any better than this. I've tested everything from super complex stuff with Klaviyo to pretty much everything you can think of, and this is what works best, guys. Spin a sale and MailChimp automation, email abandoned cart recoveries, and just 1 broadcast per month, or 4 a month if you're adding value. So I hope that helped, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.